Hey people, how's it going? All right, so get this. All right, I started high school at 13 years old, all right? But already at a young age of 13, coming into my edgy teenage years, I am a Satanist. That is the religion I have taken upon. I've got so much darkness and evil in my heart that I decided that the Christianity wasn't for me. No, I wanted to worship the embodiment of Satan and the true evil Satan himself. So that is what I do. I don't call myself a goth, but I call myself a freak. I dress in all black all the time. Um, my favorite musicians, the Insane Clown Posse and Twisted. Fucking love those guys. Juggalo for life. Not really, but I still love that music. Uh, the Joker cards, those got a special place in my heart. I will always be a fan of that, and um, I still wish one day. I think it'd be so cool to go a gathering of the Juggalos. But besides the point, I am a dark young man. Um, who could be groomed for evil, if somebody would have found me at that young age. But that was that little boy entering high school. Um, I went to a naval academy, ROTC. That's where I went for junior year and a little bit of sophomore. I really wanted to follow in the footsteps of my older siblings. They all went to that school. And I just looked up to them. I thought it was so cool, all of them being in uniforms. I always wanted to, kind of join the military from there on. So that was me. And that probably helped out making the freshman year of high school be really enjoyable, actually, for what it was. Um, I think everyone wearing uniforms puts you on the same page. What the fuck? Phone unbalanced, maybe shooting, blah, 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 blah. It puts you on the same page, and I'm like 100% for uniforms for all schools. I think that would eliminate some bullying, some being picked on, equalize the playing field just a little bit. So, um, but for some reason, freshman year went fairly well for me. It was, this is a new school district, and I still end up making a few friends at this school. Um, Never in my life have I ever gotten attention from women, well, girls at this time, but now I'm like, I got girls talking to me. I got girls like really liking me. I think one of the also things that helped is I was fairly tall for my age. I'm only 5'11", but I was already getting boosted up in height at 13, and my puberty was going really good for me. I had an extremely deep voice, way deeper than I have now. I don't know what happened. All the fucking estrogens and everything, I don't know, we brought it down, but I had such a deep, powerful baritone voice. And that freshman year was pretty good, man. Maybe it was just because I was white and I was in a school that was very, very mixed. Maybe that played a little part of it too. Um, but like, there was a few beautiful Hispanic girls I was getting attention from. Um, just having a good time at this age, but still with all of this evil and Satanism in my heart, man. Um, I guess going back to that, like, I started researching the Church of Satan. I thought I really wanted to get a part of this. I want to be a part of this fucking dark community. And I was so disappointed to find out that, like, they were all those posers, man. Anton LaVey was what? He was just like a Jewish atheist. Uh, that's all the Church of Satan was. It was just these guys claiming trying to elevate themselves to be their own gods. It was all just atheism. It was all just fucking nonsense. That really disappointed me to find out. I was like, wanted to be evil. That's where my fucking mind was. I wanted to be a part of the fucking, let's worship the antithesis of Jesus Christ. Let's go to the dark side. Like at 14, my 14th birthday, I had my older sister go online and get me the Sigil of Baphomet t-shirt, and I was rocking that everywhere. Like, I was super fucking edgy teenager. I had a catchphrase. You can ask the two guys I hung out with all the time in high school, because I ended up with two friend groups. My original friend group from the old school with D and that group, and then some new guys at the other school. And I just had a catchphrase with these dudes. It was like, I'm gonna stab you. That was my quote. I said it all the fucking time. I'm gonna fucking stab you. Just like edgy as hell. But man, what a downer. What a downer that the Satanism was just a sad little fake thing. Probably for the best though. Like, Jesus Christ, man. If this was the modern day world, if I would have been posting some edgy shit online, and goddamn CIA, FBI would find me and set me up to do on some kind of fucking shooting spree or something, man. Because that's the little fucker I was. I had some fucking devil spirit inside of me. To even the point, like, one of the friends that I made at that military school, she was a sweet little Christian girl. I hung out, she invited me to her house. We all had a sleepover, her and like several friends, and we all went to church the next day. And I've never gone to church. Like, I think my mom took me to a non-denominational church a couple times when I was super little, but we've never been religious in my family. And I remember just going into this church for a service and getting such a massive headache. And to this day, I rarely ever get headaches, but fucking coming into this church, I mean, God was trying to beat the fucking devil out of me, man. Because I just came down with like such a bad headache. Like, what the fuck is going on here, man? I think he was trying to save me, man. Trying to get the devil out. And that didn't last too long. I think I played the Satanist card for like 2-3 years. I cycled through so many different damn religions. After I was done with Satanism, then I was like, okay, all right, God's not real, I'm an atheist. And then Christianity, try to be a little bit of that. No, Buddhist. Why don't I be a Muslim? I could never get into religion because I can't. I don't read. How are you going to get into religion if you don't read the holy text? But moving on from the religious stuff. Maybe I should do a video about that a different time. That high school, man, was such a good time for me. That first year, like, just because you're on the same playing field, everyone's going through the same shit. They try to enforce little group punishments, make you do your little exercises, your little smokings, but it was still a joke. It was I made some friends there. So then I had 2 friend groups, so that was really sweet. And then again, just going from having no female attention to having a couple, put a little confidence in me, man. She wasn't my first girlfriend. I say girlfriends, but like you're a kid, so these little relationships, they last for a fucking week or two. But this girl that I got with was I swear to God, the most beautiful girl in that grade. That's how I felt, at least. The most beautiful girl, little 4'11" Mexican girl, but she is the Mexican with the little eyes, so she looked like, like Southeast Asian, like, oh, just perfect. Fucking super sexy little thing. We went out for a couple weeks. Had one beautiful date together. and then separate it because, fucking kids. But that was such a good time. And even to that, I kept such a little crush obsession on her for the longest time. Um, that I just thought about her throughout the years over and over and over again. And I did get to smash many years later. And it was good. And it was good. She was cheating on her boyfriend. She was a massive whore. But it was a good time. But man, just randomly having people talk to you and like you. There was even like a nerdy kid who was like, "Yo, Mars, how are you getting all this? Like, how are you getting all these girls to talk to you and like you?" And I just shrugged my shoulders, like, "Dude, I have no idea what's going on. I'm in bizarro world here. I can't give you any advice. I am lost." So yeah, that was a good ass time. But depression was still super super strong and really kicking in. 13, 14, that's when the depression really started, really went into overdrive. Um, and that it was also my first psychiatric admit at that age, in that freshman year, probably near the end, the middle to end of that year. And those fuckers, I don't even know why they did it to me. I'm an edgy little Satanist, so I'm drawing. Well, I do a lot of doodles on my work. So there's pentagrams, there's 666, there's fucking Hail Satan on the corner of my assignments. And one of the teachers turns that in to the counselor, and the counselor drags me in, calls my mom, and I don't know what happened, but they sent my ass to the psych ward. I got sent to the goddamn psych ward at 13 for whatever the fuck reason. I wasn't, like, yes, I wanted to die, but I wasn't suicidal. I wasn't, fucking a harm to myself or others. But, but yeah, they, I don't know if they made her do it or what, but yeah, I had my first psych admit at that time, and that did me no justice whatsoever. Because I think I just wanted some attention. I was crying out for help at times. I didn't feel like I was getting. So I came out of that psych ward worse than I went in. They started trying to put me on medication, and let's see. I never did any self-harm. I never did self-harm until the psychiatric admit, because one of the girls there kind of introduced me to that, like, hey, this is when you get a little bit of attention too, the pain feels good. It's nice to have a physical outlet to deal with some of your emotional pain. And so yeah, I cut myself a couple times after that, both as a release from pain and a little bit as an attention getter, because I'm a kid, so you want some attention. Psych ward was interesting too, kind of being trapped in all those kids. I knew a girl that was there. That was weird. Like, she was a part of Dee's friends group. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, what are you doing here? We were all hanging out in the psych ward together. That would be my my only admit as a child, but probably the first of maybe 4 or 5 psych visits, just for depression, shit like that. But I came out of there a little worse off than I was. Like, goddamn, Mom, why'd you do this to me? The problem with that experience, though, was everyone in the school knew after that. Everyone in the school knew that, oh shit, now there's something fucking wrong with that guy. And so that high wave I was riding now went sinking down. And Everyone knew something was wrong with me. So I only stayed at that school for like maybe 2 weeks into the sophomore year, and then I went back to the old school district. I couldn't take it. Not like I was getting bullied, but just people were different. They didn't care for it. People that I knew, at least. Probably still looked good in that uniform though, because the first week of sophomore year, I'm like walking down the hall. There's this black girl. She's passing me by, and who's screaming? She slaps my ass as I'm as I pass her in the hall, and oh man, sexual assault on women, bad, but you know, for a guy, I mean, I don't know. That was a confidence booster. Felt pretty good about that one. I gotta start thinking about what I'm gonna talk about though. I always make these videos at the last minute, just to knock it out. But yeah, freshman year, hail Satan. First I admit, Army school, Navy school, whatever. All right, see you next time.